Yeah,
David,
no, last
stop it.
orders is gone.
Oh,
You just get a bedtime story. So if you want some cocoa, you have to go home. Okay, this is called the Twisted Fairy Tales. Did you hear the one about the Sagittarian welder with the club foot who worked for John Menzies, and the Aquarian hippie whose middle name at that moment was Fairy Godmother? She kissed him, and they both turned into silvered fish and swam away to live happily never after. They were caught by anglers and pan-fried for tea, but the moments of free swimming were cool, sheer bliss. And did you hear the one about the Aquarian hippie and the Sagittarian welder with the club foot who worked for John Menzies, whose middle name at that moment was Twisted T-shirt Nipple Twiddler? He kissed her, and she wrote him into her fairy tale, because frankly, although who asked Frank, he deserved to be immortalised. And again, did you hear the one about the Sagittarian welder, CF, Clubfoot, JM, John Menzies, and the Aquarian hippie, whose middle name at that moment was Tantric Cumwangler? She didn't kiss him, he was too far away. But her power was so awesome, she still blew his mind. Oh yes, and there's more. Did you hear the one about the Aquarian hippie and the Sagittarian welder, CFJM, whose middle name she had just learned was Very Married Welsh Viking with serious fidelity problems? He kissed her, and she melted. But only momentarily, and they both lived happily never after. Because if she was honest, she really wanted to knit him socks, or buy him presents, or seduce him on a whim, or fall asleep on his chest. And none of those things were ever going to happen. And oh yeah, he was a seriously emotionally crippled frog. And finally, did you hear the one about the Sagittarian welder and the Aquarian hippie, whose middle name at that moment was Deliciously Naughty Tease Me and Please Me? They met again on a night out, and she did not make it easy. Wearing the tightest of pencil skirts, seamed stocking, towering heels, lace panties he wanted to remove slowly with his teeth and wear himself, and a smile. He kissed her, and they lived happily never after, his middle name still being Very Married Welsh Viking with serious fidelity problems. The end.